Hello and welcome to Pellicar. This is officially Dresden's Tale 51. That's an L and an I for those of you keeping up with our adventures in Roman numerals. Unofficially, it's just a wrap-up for Season 2 and some foreshadowing for Season 3. We've come a long way. Our dwarf has survived his first real love affair, which was unfortunately the first real tragedy in his life. Now he's poised to get a piece of the Keld dream. He's going to war. Season 2 saw the development of some friends that may, or may not, be important throughout the story. As in life, characters will come and go. Sometimes I will literally roll a dice to see who survives the battle. I can promise you, we've met characters that will be around for years to come, even if I can't say who. This is a redevelopment of a story that stretches for nearly 2 million total words, but it will not remain the same as I convert it to YouTube. Now let me tell you something about time traveling on YouTube. Even though you've probably just listened to episode 50, it's been over 6 months since I recorded it. In the meantime, I've been working on Season 3. There was an outline. It was the source material from where I started the project. Statisticians are telling me it was only about 20% of what I needed. On a side note, I'm going to quit apologizing for quality. I looked back to the last few episodes, giving them a little listen to remember how I handled a few things. They aren't too shabby. I will continue to improve, or at least I'll try, but my next upgrades will likely be more about technology than storytelling skills. I will always be the first to toot my own horn. Big pat on the back for myself, just to say, I got good. And we're back. If this is your first video, the spoilers start here. We started off as Dresden did, on his first adventure escorting wagons across Odessa. We learned a little about the desert plain and the people who live there. We visited the Jungo in the north and rooted out heretics in abandoned Hessian towns. We learned this is not a fairy tale for the faint of heart. We are telling the tale of the bad guys, challenging your ability to identify with characters of questionable morals. We live in the gray, and we favor the dark. We began to explore the religious empire of the Keld clans. Dresden participated in his small noobish way in their version of all the worst things humanity tends to partake in. When we left Dresden at the end of Season 1, he had in fact come to the re-education camps of Cadiz. In Season 2, our hero spent a rather active winter there and got some training. He met a girl. She died. Leith and Dresden was sort of a lovely will they won't they story. When they did, it didn't last long. They joined in the fight against a vile beast and lost. Dresden escaped, perhaps only because the creature knew he would suffer at the death of his one true love. Then rung out the call to war. It was a convenient reason to run from his torment, attempting to escape from the pain of loss. It didn't really work out, but time eventually did its job. We saw Dresden reunite with old friends and make some new ones. Another thing we saw was Dresden's growth as a leader. Albeit, he never had a lot of enthusiasm for it, but it is a subplot that we will follow for season after season. Speaking of subplots, how many do you think we're in the middle of? The war of the three great powers, Keld, Iterian, and Larraquesh. You know, we're fighting the Iterians next go-around. No more teasing. You are in for some action. Will Leith make a mysterious return? Isn't that how fantasy works? Will there be a new love? Who among his friends will live or die, or just get tired of risking their lives and sleeping on the trail? What about Dresden's spot in the House of Nanok? What about the camps in Cadiz? Will we go back? Will Dresden ever go home to Parnsilia? So many damn questions to answer. Ho, but let me tell you, if you depend upon plot resolution to keep you happy, find another channel. Nothing happens quickly around here. This soap opera is not a quest for conveniently tied up plot lines. It's a story of a long and sometimes exciting life, and we're just along for the ride. I will most likely do another station update at some time in the next few months, but I will throw this in just for a bit of closure. Same as last year, I had a big lull in production over the hot months. Compared to many places, Northern Ontario had a pretty mild summer. Very few days it got past 30 on the Celsius. However, we never bothered putting in the window unit, so it's been warm at times. As usual, my schedule is tight. For a January release, I'll have to do all the editing on Volume 3 and record the 24 episodes in 4 months. Probably a little less now. Obviously, I can start releasing episodes even if they're not all recorded. But that means I'm pushing back the writing for Volume 4. At best, it's only 30% done. And then there are shorts and nuts and bolts episodes. It would be nice to get all this stuff done, and I'm going to do my best. Feel free to place your bets in the comments and let me know if you think I have a chance. Will Season 3 release on time? I hear you asking, what can you do to help? Motivate my ass. Hit that like button. Not just here, but for every video you watch. I've been sitting on 44 subscribers for a very long time now. I probably only have 1 or 2 of you who actually listen. Likes help, comments help more, and moving from one video directly to another apparently helps the most. All this feeds the YouTube algorithm, making it more likely that others will see my content and have a chance to do the same. However, as always, if all you did was listen, that's good enough. I'm glad you spent a little time with me today, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Cheers!